guys. Okay, so being as I am a nerd, and I am almost 18, and I act like a 12-year-old sometimes, so I'm kind of immature, but I can be mature, ladies, so, you know, don't let that fool you. However, as you can see, if you know what my hood is indicating, this is an Assassin's Creed themed film. And do not worry, because next time, my next movie will be music. Just because I'm going to be doing 2 movies this week because I didn't do one last week. I apologize. But, enough chit chat, let's get to more chit chat about different things. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a hoodie with a beak, like Assassin's Creed. This is made by myself. This hoodie was like $10 at Walmart, and all I did was I took a pair of old black jeans, cut it into a triangle, and sewed it on. Sewed it on. That's just my hoodie, though. I mean, I made an entire Altair costume. If you know what Altair is, then that's great. But if you don't, that's okay too. I'll show it to you on one of the later videos. I just don't really want to put it all on right now, and I've already started filming, and yeah, it's just kind of a pain. But I custom made it for Halloween. It was way cool. I guess I could show you the hood right now. Yeah, I don't want to. I can't find it. Oh, just kidding. Here it is. Here's the hood. Right here. I would like to thank Muledex. It's spelled M-U-E-L-D-E-X, and no space. And this guy, he's a total geek, and like he's like from Denmark or something, and he just makes all these Assassin's Creed costumes, and I love it. I mean, he's made everything from Altair to everything that Ezio's ever worn. Well, except for Altair's armor, he hasn't made that, but that'd be way cool. But he makes them really authentically, and he does a really, really good job with them, and I'm really impressed. And that's the designs that I got off of for my Altair costume. Now I'm gonna move on to Hidden Blades. Now the first Hidden Blade I made, it was spring activated, and it was just the one where, you know, you pull it back, and then you'd have the key, and you'd have the ring on your finger, and then you'd lift it up, and it'd shoot out. And I liked that for a while, but you know, it just really wasn't for me, and I ended up not liking it as much as I thought I would. And so the next one I tried out was the one where your arm forces it out, and you force it down, and and then it locks into place, and then you can use the pinky thing again, and it would shoot back down. Those of you that have made Hidden Blades or seen Hidden Blade tutorials know what I'm talking about. But this one I have found to be most effective. I can even free run a little bit with it. You know, I just like, if you're gonna like, if you do this and you want to free run with it, you're gonna have to learn how to really control how you fall and how you roll, because it will shoot out automatically. Without you really knowing it, until it's too late. But like, it's not like, yeah, it's just the best one that I've had so far. So this is a place to baton. You can get these at like a store like Just for Guys, I think is where I got this at. That's a mall store. I'm pretty sure you can get them at like pawn shops or something. But this is just your average place to baton. You know, you flick it out like that, and it stays pretty good. I mean, like, I'm not flicking it out like really hard, because it's just kind of a pain to do that. But to get it back in. But yeah, and the first vambrace I made was made out of duct tape, and like this vambrace and this blade has been the best that I've used so far. It's just been the most effective, and I love it. I honestly, it's great. The vambrace is really easy to make too. What's on the inside is kind of a thinner piece of cardboard. It's kind of like a card stock, but a little thicker. And it's brown. You can probably find it at office supply stores. And what I did with this is, now the first one right here had Velcro on it. If you can see that, it had Velcro on it, and it worked well, and it stayed on well. But it's just kind of like, like if you hit it against something, it was just gonna fall off. It would rip off, and it would kind of hurt your arm. Now, but this one, on the other hand, this one I have upgraded to using string. This specific string is a shoelace from a pair of Vans that I had a while ago. They're kind of torn up now, so I didn't really feel too bad about using this string, though they were my favorite pair of Vans for a while. The inside of it is a pair of jeans that I've had for a while, and I've been using that fabric for different things, and so I just tore that up and stapled it in there. The leather is just suede leather that I got from a jacket at a thrift store. And I just rubbed it with, it was a really lighter color. It was, if you can tell the difference, it's this color and then that's the new color. But and you just rub it with shoe polish, with like a dark brown shoe polish, and it rubs it that nice dark brown leather color. Now the staples, I know, kind of seems like oh, that's kind of trashy, and wouldn't that scratch up your arm on the inside? Yes, it did at first when I only had the Velcro, but since I've added this, it doesn't really scratch up your hand. And if you have a pair of gloves, you can wear that and it won't scratch up your hand on the inside. But who wants to run around with gloves? It's just lame. Now, tying it on is pretty simple once you get the right knot. I figure it's best to tie the knot first. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tie one of these knots that slide easy, like that. It's not a slip knot. It's heck, I can't remember what it is. I'm an Eagle Scout and I don't know what the knot is called. But it's one of my favorite knots. I use it all the time for almost everything, and it holds really well. But so you can just slide it on your arm like that, and then stick it in your mouth, and then pull this tight, and then just slide that. You got it nice and tight on your arm. And what I recommend doing is, even though mine, I have this in there, I like to have kind of a tighter fit, because as you can see, this still slides around a little bit. But what I like to do is I like to have this in there so that I can so that it doesn't slide around as much. But as you can see, it slides out well. And if you don't do it too tight, if you just slide it out a little bit, you can shove it back in there just by using your fingers. It works pretty smooth. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's the best one that I've ever had / made, and it's been a good little rig I have. It's pretty awesome, I think. And Assassin's Creed fans, if it's not adequate enough for you, I apologize. And if you think I'm a total noob, then whatever. But I don't really care what you have to say. Also, just a little thing about this. What I used also right here to hold it in place is a black shoelace. What you should do so that your cardboard doesn't rip is use Gorilla Tape. Use Gorilla Tape around it as kind of like a seam thing. I did that right here, as you can see. Gorilla Tape is really strong duct tape. I guess you could use a couple layers of duct tape, but I prefer Gorilla Tape. It's just it's really strong tape, and it'll hold together your it'll hold your cardboard together better. And that's what I did right here. Also, I put a piece of Gorilla Tape along right there, face up, so the sticky side is up. And that's mainly just so I can have more grip right here, because without it, it'd kind of slide around a lot more. And so I could take it out and and be able to tape it on like